Okay, so we're going to go through the structures of the outer, middle, and inner ears. So first of all, we've got the auricle, or pinna, which is basically like your whole earlobe on the outside. And then the sound follows through the external auditory meatus, or canal in your textbook, which is right here. And then the sound, I wanted to show you the other tube. So that's the external auditory meatus. The other tube you want to know is the eustachian tube, also called the auditory tube. And if people have consecutive ear infections, they might say they put tubes in. It means they've put like a plastic tube in here to make sure this can continually drain into your sort of nasal cavity, actually. Then, as the sound comes in this way, it hits the tympanic membrane. And I don't know if you can zoom in here, but it looks just like the head of a drum, right? And it vibrates just like that. Tympanic means timpani, like a drum. So that's your eardrum, called the tympanic membrane. And then as the tympanic membrane moves, it's attached to one of your ear bones, or your auditory ossicles. You can see that as it vibrates, this first bone will vibrate. And the first bone is the malleus, and malleus means mallet. I don't know if you can see this in the video, but it's kind of shaped like a hammer. Like malleus is like a hammer. So malleus, and when the malleus moves, it causes the incus to move. And incus means anvil. It's supposed to look anvil-shaped. And then that is attached to the stapes. So the stapes is your third of the auditory ossicles, and that will vibrate next. So those are they're M-I-S, malleus, incus, stapes in order. M-I-S. Yeah, there we go. Next is the oval window. And I had a textbook out here. Perfect. In this picture, you can see that as the tympanic membrane moves, the malleus, incus, and stapes, the stapes hits against this open space where there's no bone, and it causes the fluid in the cochlea to vibrate all the way around until it hits this other window here, which is round in shape. So this is the oval window, and this is the round window. So here, you can see where the stapes is. If you pulled that off, it would be an oval shape, and that would be your oval window. And so the sound follows through this way and then back to your round window, which is right here. And so next is the cochlea. That's this structure here, like cockle is like a shell. It's very shell-shaped. That's the cochlea. And then we have the semicircular canals, which are these canals up here. And they're actually, as they move in different directions, as your body moves in space, they're sensing your direction in space. The semicircular canals are attached to this structure called the vestibule. So the vestibule and cochlea both have nerves coming from them that join together to form the vestibulocochlear nerve, which is right here. And all of this is embedded within the temporal bone. So there's spaces carved out of the temporal bone for all these structures to sit.